Good morning, boys and girls. Good morning. I don't know what it is, but even during my sleep, because my brain was very active this morning, or last night during my sleep. First, I don't know if you can see this. It's a nice little view. Tesoro. Centro Comercial Tesoro. Anyhow, yeah, my brain was active. Been assessing a lot of the current situation of things, and yeah, I'm obsessed with this 90 days, the remainder 90 days, the final quarter of this year. And there's a lot of good things happening. There's also a lot of things that have presented themselves that appear to be a bit challenging, just because it deals with people, you know. Deals with other people and the internal battle that they got going on. And after all my studies of, you know, neuroscience, psychology, you know, spirituality, the law of attraction, what's going on with our subconscious mind and our conscious mind, this magnificent thing we call reality. It's really interesting bringing people or attracting people into my life, right? And then them verbally saying that they want to achieve certain things or experience certain things, or they have certain things as far as goals, their dreams and whatnot. And it's really interesting having access to, I mean, some of the best, I don't even know how you say it, like some pretty badass world leaders, their education, their programs, their how-to, step-by-step, this and that, whatever. Manifesting your dream life, you know, how to get lots of money for anything fast, all these things on how to clear your subconscious mind, you know, re-establish these new neurological connections with the emotions that we've created, with the situations in life, and then the habits, the daily habits that we've created for ourselves that produce the reality that we're experiencing. And seeing the experiencing, not just seeing, like just witnessing, not just witnessing, hearing, whatnot, experiencing their internal conflict. And I think about myself, like, man, and do I have some internal conflict? Like, what's really going on? I mean, there's things that I identified a pain or this discomfort in my back last year, which was an emotional breakthrough, and it rooted all the way down to when I was conceived. At least that's the deepest memory that I have of that pain, and I associated it with me being brought in this world and not being loved, right? Or me being brought in this world as a mistake. It's really interesting, right? Really interesting. And it's funny how I reassociate or created new memories or new emotions to that. Every time this discomfort in my back, it may pop up every once in a while. I mean, I tell myself, like, fuck yeah, you can do it. Fuck yeah, you're amazing. You were brought here for a reason. I like to believe to impact millions of people's lives. Like, I'm impacting a lot of people's lives, you know, like it's happening. There's a lot of love that I receive from the world, but that thing, you know, facing off with the devil, my own demons, like, to some degree it's real, but it's real because we're experiencing all this, right? And at another degree, it's not real because this is just one big reality, like our magnificent illusion. This is so interesting about the ego. We think we're so significant, as if the world revolves around us, and it's like, wow, are you serious? But I bring these things up because the challenges that I'm experiencing through other people, like the challenges I'm seeing other people experience, and I don't know if it's because after more than a decade of intentionally working on my personal development, you know, seeking life masters out, seeking out this information, going through these exercises over and over and over again. I don't know if it's because it's that, like it's just easy for me or simple. And I think that anybody has the power to do it, because if I did it, I mean, anybody can do it. And the people that did it before me, you know, people that have taught me all this stuff, it's just it's challenging. It feels like a weight because of the other things that I want to move on, like the phase that I'm going through in my life, my personal journey, my personal brand, business, and all that stuff. When I bring people in, you know, and they verbally tell me, they express it many times that they want this transformation, they're going to do this, they're going to do that, and I'm like, and time again, there's people that just don't do it, right? They're just not forthcoming or honest with their word. They say something, but then they get right back into the same routine, the same habits. And straight up, it's disheartening. It's really disheartening. And I have to make, you know, some decisions for myself and whatnot, because I see that it personally affects my life and my business and the ability for me to impact other people's lives. So I've had all this stuff on my mind, and I'm thinking like, all right, here's the final quarter, right? Here's the final of 2019 going into 2020 and all that stuff. 90 days. In 30 days, you can really you can create or break new or bad habits in 30 days. In 90 days, not only do you create new habits and get rid of old habits, but now these new habits, the old habits that you let go and the new habits that you've taken on, now they start becoming a true force of energy in your life, that you create momentum. And when momentum gets moving, inertia, like you can stop and it's still going to continue to go. But if you create this momentum and this inertia and continue going into a new year, right, a new fiscal year, or a new calendar year, a lot of beautiful things can happen. Last year this time, it was really heavy. It was really heavy. Living with a toxic individual and whatnot, in a toxic kind of it was a toxic, unhealthy relationship with not just my business partner, but also a woman that I was dating. Some selfish stuff, you know. I was putting out a lot of energy, a lot of production, and some things weren't reciprocated, and people were being honest with their word, and seeing people go through these battles, these emotional and mental battles, their insecurities and whatnot, their anxiety, and it's like, wow, like it literally serve it to you on a platter, you know. 365 days later, I like to believe like there's a lot of beautiful things happening, you know. Like, is it drastically different? Yeah, to some degree. I'm around a lot more happy people. There's the opportunities have presented themselves. I've developed some skills, some pretty badass skills. Like, I'm grateful for this, and I'm still going through these skills. Like, I'm still in some programs that are helping me master certain skill sets so I can better serve the world. I can better serve my clients. I can better serve the people out here that actually need help. But here, like, I'm literally in this video, I'm having this this aha moment. What is it? Like, what's it gonna take? Of course I'm gonna attract these people into my life. because they see me as happy, they see me as fulfilled, they see me living a dream, they see me gifted and talented. Of course I'm gonna attract people that, you know, they say they want to do something, but, you know, their actions prove otherwise. And this is another reason why I have to create, I'm not gonna say the name, because I have to trademark it and all that shit first. But this is why I have to create the environment, this is why I have to create the refuge. The environment. The environments are what shape and mold our thoughts, our emotions, and essentially our actions. You start hanging around with badasses, you start hanging around in healthy, positive environments, people, communities, people that live from states of gratitude and appreciation, you know, just a different perspective on life. It's gonna start happening for your life. You know, and where I'm at right now, like I'm in a guest house, right, where there's tons of travelers, and it's been amazing. A lot of beautiful people, a lot of great relationships that I've met. But it's funny, those that stay for some time, you know, you really start to get to know them on a personal level. And what ends up happening? People start revealing and sharing with you because, you know, you're just one of those people, like, I don't know, people are very comfortable with sharing their deep-rooted, dark, heavy insecurities and mental and emotional challenges that they've been dealing with since their adolescence, for decades. And it's like, wow, you know, and they want to work with you. They want to do things with you. I mean, I've received some great compliments recently. It's really cool for somebody else to say, man, I want to be like you. At the same time, I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but I want you to be your legend, you know? I want you to discover what your gifts and talents are so you can come out here and rock this motherfucker. Like, I mean, be inspired by me, right? That's cool as fuck. But I want you, I want your passions, I want your dreams, I want your visions. I want this, like this universal love that you have inside of you to inspire you to go out here and be fucking badass. Like, your shit should wake you up. Just like this, my shit it's calling me right now. It's like, Marcos, wake the fuck up, dude. Wake the fuck up. You got another 30 days or 90 days for the end of the year. And, you know, you got all these holidays in this season, right? Here, like these people and their habits. What's going to happen? How can I take advantage of it for myself and my business and help produce for clients and whatnot? How can I also help our global society, like, wake up to this? Wake up to this circle, this cycle that we continue to put ourselves in year after year. Like, are you gonna make the sacrifices necessary? Here's another holiday season, and I know what the holidays mean to people. To me, every day's beautiful. Like, I don't, oh, this day's extra special and all that stuff. Like, my father's funeral, or my father's death was the other day, right? And I'm celebrating life. I got, like, completely plastered and wasted. I wasn't expecting it. It just happened, you know, like, after a couple, and next thing you know, poof. But I was happy, you know. Boy, was I happy. I wasn't happy the next day how I felt. Well, I was happy most of the day until I ate. I'm like, oh my gosh, now I feel nauseated. But, you know, do any specific days mean, are they significant? Like, oh wow, you know, the holidays. When it comes to my dreams and what I want to do, what I want to produce for my life, what are the results that I want, not just for my life, for other people's lives. Like, I know I can make the sacrifices necessary. Like, my love and my time, my energy and attention, that's not just good enough. That's like an amazing gift to offer to people. Sharing food and whatnot, you know, cooking with them and sharing laughs and all that stuff, that's amazing. Don't get me wrong, I like material things, but I can sacrifice not buying these material things to invest in myself and invest in my dreams and feel good about that and grow and grow and grow, because I know if I invest in myself, I raise my value, then the finances, the income naturally comes. And in my opinion, why spend your hard-working money on things that don't produce the lifestyle that you want? Instead of, why can't I use my hard-working money and invest in skill sets that increase my value to society so I can get paid more? And why don't I take my money, after all the necessities and all that stuff, okay? Necessities, of course. Why not take that money and invest in assets that produce income to create the lifestyle that I want? Instead of feeling obligated because it's just this time of the year and we, you know, everybody else is buying gifts for their family and and putting themselves in a whole lot of fucking debt. like snap out of it, right? And this is what I'm thinking about the remainder of the 90 days, the last quarter of the year. Can I really create this momentum? And yeah, I can. Can I really create an awakening? Yeah. There's going to be some people's feelings that get hurt. There's going to be people that disagree and all that stuff. And that's okay. I don't mind all that, as long as I'm doing something that I truly want to do. And I think that will better serve our global society and impact those people's lives that are in my life right now, and those that are going to be coming into my life. Like, damn, dude, this dude said this shit back then. Yeah. So anyhow, there's your boy Mark. I'm gonna continue on with my superhuman sexy workout because daddy gots to get it. Daddy gots to get it, you know? I want to be a prize. I mean, I am a prize. I just want to continue to maintain this prize and improve this prize for those watching. It's your boy Mark, and I'm out. Peace.